We're back alive, Rewatchers Council on a Friday. It's Angel. I'm Snark. With me, wait, we have a treat for you, the one and only Ferris Mathon. And Ferris, I have one thing I have to say to you, pal, and one thing only.
Yep.
How the heck you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm doing good.
Pretty
Yeah.
good. So if so you had sent over in our Discord, asking what's the Tim Hortons order for
Yeah.
the two resident Canadians. What would your coffee order? I know you guys aren't blessed with Tim Hortons, and at least not very much.
Um, I don't really know because I don't really get coffee, so I don't know what my order would be, right? So when I was watching that video of
Yeah,
Shea Gilgis Alexander having like 15 different orders, I'm
you
just like, bro, that's a lot of orders, family.
a
That's,
lot of orders.
he had one that was like bagel, like a 4 cheese bagel with butter and,
Yeah,
and cream cheese and all. I'm like, yo, I'm like,
that's
I'll
good.
probably steal one of his orders, probably the 4 cheese bagel with the cream, with that one probably. I'll
To
do.
go with the plain cream cheese, the herb and garlic cream cheese.
I don't know. I don't know.
They're
I
both
don't I
fine.
don't get a lot of
They're both
bagels.
fine choices. They're both
I don't
fine
get a
choices.
lot of bagels. I don't get a lot of coffee. I don't do a lot of coffee orders. I don't really do that.
I'm gonna say
So
this to you, and you Americans might have a big problem with this, but I will say this: Montreal bagels far outshine any other bagel.
really?
Montreal bagels are the way to go.
Okay, hey man, I'm not gonna fight you on it because I don't really eat bagels like that. So you may be onto something that I don't know. Now, but my thing is this: when I dropped it, all you guys did was like give me your drink order. Like that's
Yeah.
all you
Well,
get?
I know like, really it is. Like I get a coffee every day I go to work. I've
Yeah.
got the app. I just have to
Yes.
show like a barcode now and stuff like that. They
Yeah.
know
Yep.
my coffee. It's very simple. Just as big as you can make it and as black as you can give it to me.
Yeah.
Now, like if it comes to food, like they've gone, like all of them, they've gone on to like sandwiches and all this other baloney. Donuts wise, I will say you can't ever go wrong with a sour cream glaze donut from
Sour
there.
cream. What the hell did you just say?
Sour cream
That's
glaze.
crazy.
It's not, if you think you're like taking a donut and dunking it in sour cream, that's not the way it is. It's probably I'm not a huge even sugar fan, but it's probably the sweetest damn donut they have. Like it gives you like sudden onset diabetes just by eating half of this thing, right?
Okay.
You can only have to eat. You have to have like a doctor's note to eat it. So sugary, and yeah, your dentist is going to just walk away if you ever
You
tell
know
them
what, bro? I want to go to Canada so bad.
that. Yeah,
I want to go to Canada so bad.
it's not all mapley syrupy stuff, even though they for sure have those kind of
Yeah.
donuts
Shit,
and
let's
stuff
go to
there.
Montreal, get some bagels, dog.
Gosh, there's so many places. Go to Schwartz's Deli. Oh, it's so good. Anyways, welcome back to Tim's Talk here, our live Tim Hortons menu talk here with
Yes.
Ferris and Rob. While we're here, we might as well talk this Angel episode that we watched, the second episode of the second season. We got two cubed here. Are you now, or have you ever? So, the quick rundown stuff here first. Original air date October 3rd, the year 2000. Written by Tim Minear. The last one he wrote was Sanctuary.
I recognize that name, dude. That guy's name pops up everywhere.
Well, he writes a lot of Angel episodes. He
No, no,
wrote a
like
lot of them.
I've seen his name on like other stuff. Like he is everywhere, bro.
We talked about him when we started the Angel show because that's like he did this, or whatever. Right now, to be honest with you, I can't think of a single other thing he did other than Angel because he just always seems to be writing Angel episodes.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. Now I know where I know him from.
where's that?
I know where I know.
Oh boy.
He writes a lot of the 911 episodes.
Oh gosh. Yep.
That's hilarious.
Now it all comes together. It's all full circle for
He also
for good
he
old
also did he also did he EP'd Firefly.
yeah. He was a guy for sure.
Yeah.
Now directed by David Semel. Unfortunately, this is his last episode in the entire Buffy the Vampire Slayer universe. The last one he did here he started out with doing like Never Kill a Boy on the First Date. He directed Expecting from Angel here. And Buffy did My Line Part 2. Go Fit, Lover Walk is another. David Snell episode. So, David, thank you for your service. Beat it. You know,
Mhm.
on to the next one. That's how it goes.
On to the next one.
Guest star alert, Ferris. Got a couple. We got two guest star alerts. First, we got John Capellos, who's the hotel manager or hotel concierge or whatever.
Mhm.
Role, a prolific Canadian character actor. Looked up like I just see like he's a guy you I would just see in everything, right? Just
He's
one of those,
he's uh he's a oh, I know that guy.
right? Exactly. He
Yeah.
has 241 IMDb credits to his name, which is pretty remarkable. It goes all the way back to 1981. He was a John Hughes guy. He was Weird Science. He was in Breakfast Club.
Mhm.
He was in 16 Candles, Tootsie, Seinfeld, The West Wing, your CSI shows, Justified. He was in a lot. He's done a lot. Now, the others, special guest star alert. JP Manu as the bellhop Frank. Another prolific character actor.
Yeah, I knew him too. I was like, I know that guy too.
This one he's not Canadian. He's from California. Um, I saw like again, he had 202 credits in IMDb. He just gets roles, which is
Mhm.
great. I'm gonna name off a couple. You'll know some of them. CSI Vegas, Nobody, Veep. Nobody filmed right here in Winnipeg, by the way. Veep, Bones, Wilfred. He was on ER for quite a while, of course. But to me, and the reason why I only know him from one place ever, and that's the only thing I can ever think that he's ever been on. He was the doppelganger in Community
Oh
after
yeah, he was.
after Chang kidnapped the dean,
Yeah.
yeah, and put in his own doppelganger of the dean. That's who it was, J.P. Manu. So there you go. There's our guest stars. Now go on to the episode. And the episode really is the origin story for the Hyperion and how
Mhm.
it's going to become the base of operations. Spoiler alert for Angel moving forward here. Now, somehow, and if you'll remember, like, okay, let's say this right out the bat, just in case it sounds like I'm making fun of the episode, giving a shit or whatever. I really, really, really enjoy this episode. I think it's a very good episode. Ferris, how did you feel about the episode?
I liked it.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of this episode. I'm just like getting like old memories back
sure.
because the joke is I watched Angel before Buffy,
Yep.
which is true.
Mm-hmm.
It's Rob still wants to execute me in broad daylight.
Just don't understand at all.
Yeah, yeah, I didn't know, Rob.
Yep, that's fine.
Um, so I'm getting back old memories while rewatching the show. So I was like, I remember this episode, and I really like this episode. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? So like, I really enjoyed it. I was a big fan.
Yeah. Okay. So that out of the way.
You're about to shit on it, aren't you?
No, no. Well, there's just a couple. There's a couple of things.
Hmm.
There's a couple of things. So somehow the angel from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, you see him running up until the time he meets Buffy. He's seriously atoning for every sin he's ever done. He's in New York. He's
Hmm.
feeding on rats. He is down. He looks like a vagrant
Hmm.
or perhaps a hobo.
Yes,
You know what I
definitely,
mean?
definitely.
But here, he's like some clean cut California guy in the early 50s. Nice little haircut, clean clothes, place to stay, which is all
Hmm.
right. Um, uh, uh, did, did he just get tired of, he had a little break or whatever? He's like, you know what? I've been down on myself for a while. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go out to California for a bit. I'm going to enjoy the non sunshine and the very little sun I can
Hey, Rob,
not have.
Rob,
Yeah.
California, man, back in the '50s, man, it was the land of dreams.
Yeah.
You came here to
Sure.
make something about yourself. You know what I mean? And he was like, you know what?
He's going to go to the beach. Is he going to the beach, Ferris?
Yeah, at night.
Yeah.
You know what I
Okay.
mean? So shout out to him.
He had
You
the whole
know,
thing to himself.
exactly. And then
I get it. Oh, I get it.
he finally got a good supply on blood. That's why he was eating the rats.
Yeah.
He didn't want to kill people, so he just
No.
ate the rats. But now he has a good supply on human blood that he doesn't have to murder people for. You know,
Yeah,
You know?
well, I don't know if it's human blood. I think that's a pig's blood. You
No,
get
it
the
said
from a butcher.
human.
I don't think.
It said human on the bottle.
I don't know. Did it?
Yes,
This is
Rob.
then. This is something else. This is something else. That's worse. He doesn't eat people. Doesn't drink their blood.
Yeah,
That's
he
why you
doesn't.
see him. That's why you see him at butcher shops in Buffy. He doesn't go drink. Oh,
Well, he's still learning, Rob. He's still evolving.
yeah.
You know what I mean? He's still evolving. Okay.
It's been 100 years. He still has to
Exactly.
get used to it. Yeah.
He likes cinnamon in his blood now. You know what I mean?
Oh my
You know.
gosh. Yeah.
So
Coagulate a little bit.
yeah, it's a little coagulated. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Just a little texture. You know what
exactly.
I
So
mean?
he's evolving, man. He has now know a little bit more swagger. He's updated
Oh.
his outfit. You know what I mean? He's just having a little fun.
Yeah, he's gonna. I was. It's like rock and roll's just about
We're
to
on the,
start.
or Delia points out that we're on the opposite sides that she's used to. All
Well,
right,
we're trying. Maybe we're trying
trying
something.
something different. We're trying something different, like Angel.
Yeah, this is the
Angel,
1950s for us.
exactly, baby. It's 1952 all over again.
You're exactly right. So, he's at the hotel. He finds a lady in his room saying that she's a maid. No, you can't be the maid or whatever because nothing's been cleaned. Also, you're the wrong color to be a maid at this hotel and stuff like that. But she wants to go on about oh, no. You got to help me out. Like, no, help me out here, please. My abusive boyfriend is coming
Mhm.
after me and stuff like that. So as this guy comes to the room and starts or say where is she and stuff like that, acting like a abusive boyfriend.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I don't see any reason why Angel wouldn't think he is or not. He ends up knocking, punching the guy, throwing him into the elevator, saving her. Well, he didn't really have to save her. He tried not to. He
Mhm.
tried to, but he's gonna strike a little friendship with his
Mhm.
this Judy lady. We're gonna find out a lot about her. She had a job at a bank teller, like she was a bank teller. She was able to get the job because she passed as white. This
Yes.
is a very a racially tense time in America,
Yes.
and she had a fiance. Everything was great until she actually found out her lineage. Like she never knew her dad and her mom was black, so he dumps her. Bank fire. So what she does is like, haha, I'm just gonna steal all this money for some reason, and I'm gonna run away with this money because I don't feel bad for the bank. It's like they had it coming. You want to be a bunch of racist assholes. You're gonna be
I think
you're
she
gonna
was.
be
I think she was in her right.
yeah, you're out the cash. You want to be jerks? You're out the cash.
Yes.
It's the way the world should work, if you
Yeah,
ask me.
absolutely.
Anyways, so this guy turns out that was looking for him or looking for her
PI.
is a private investigator hired by the bank.
Mhm.
Now, question for you: do police forces not try and find bank robbers?
Um.
Why would they have to hire a
oh,
private investigator for
Well,
that?
because
Okay,
the jurisdiction. You know what I mean? And you don't want to send out your cops outside that, you don't want to, you want to keep most of your cops in your jurisdiction. Um, also too, Rob, it's 1952. All
okay,
right. You know what I
sure.
mean? There are limitations. And then, the private eyes probably got more leeway driving to California than the actual cop does. You know what I mean?
You
So,
figure it'd be a lot more expensive. They're already out that money. How are they
mhm.
gonna afford? How are they gonna afford?
Well,
The
banks are usually, protected by the government. Well, I don't know in 1952 if they were.
I think their money is insured by the
Yeah, it's
government.
insured.
I
Yeah.
think the money they pay out to a private investigator is not.
Yes,
That
yes.
is
So they have
that's out
they
of
have so they
pocket
have
money.
enough they have enough money.
Yeah, ridiculous if you ask me. You know what I mean?
And
So
in certain private investors, they're not that expensive for banks.
Angel's gonna get uh, the gang together and say, I need you guys to check out this hotel and stuff like that, right? So they're doing research on the Hyperion.
Mhm.
Cordy finds a picture from 1952 featuring Angel. Angel who, checking notes real quick, is a vampire and cannot be photographed, somehow photographed in this in 1952. Courtney mentions it. But yeah, they just breeze by. I guess we're just supposed to breeze by these
Oh no,
things
because the way
as
they
well.
described it is like, I think Wesley's like photographed. What? And she was like, no, it's not that they can't get photographed, is that they can't get photographed well. So they
Well,
tried to explain it, and it just
baloney.
doesn't work. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work because
This is a
you're
poor
breaking,
argument.
you're breaking vampire
Yeah,
rules. But
yeah.
the thing is,
The lore is done. You
yeah,
broke the
yeah,
rule.
yeah. Because here's the thing, right? If you didn't want to follow the OG vampire rules, fine, you don't got to. But you got to establish that at the beginning
Yep,
of the
make it the rule.
vampires. Exactly. Because in the beginning, you were following the rules. The
They both,
rules said, and then
yeah.
you stopped following them because you're like,
Well,
who cares?
they like to play fast and loose with the rules. They had a very sunny office before at the old Angel
Mhm.
Investigations, and when he'd be able to walk around in a very sunnily lit police department as well, and he'd
Mhm.
be able to go into to the farmers market or whatever, and everything's fine. You could play a little fast and loose with this stuff, but this is just I don't even know why they would do this.
Yeah.
It's awful.
You,
That wasn't great.
yeah, they need to just establish that, like, oh, our vampires in this universe, in the Buffy universe,
Hmm.
don't follow those rules. Just say that at the
Yeah.
beginning. But I don't know what he was thinking in 1994,
If you want, just say they have a reflection. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, they want to establish like the last episode. They go to that gym. He has no reflection in that mirror. We get it. So you can't. Yeah, doesn't make any
Mhm.
sense. But again, guys, we enjoyed this episode. So don't worry about it. It's one of those things. You don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
If I'm not going to think about that picture again every single week of
Hmm.
the show. That was a huge lie. I probably always will. Now we're gonna find out what's been a little bit of what's been going on around that hotel in
Hmm.
those days, because Angel's poor, I guess, distraught neighbor, some dude, decides, well, he's had enough of things. He's gonna take one to the head by himself. So we get the concierge and the bellman up there. Concierge is getting a voice that says, "Don't report this. They'll close the hotel down." And so he goes, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa! Can't do this." Bellman, guy who's making minimum wage, please come here. Please stuff this man in the meat locker. We're not going to tell anybody what happened to this guy. It's like, don't
Yeah.
worry about it. But secrets aren't a big thing, I guess, at the Hyperion, because pretty soon
Hmm.
everybody in this hotel knows about it. And it's a good thing for the thing that whispered those words to the manager.
Hmm.
We'll go into that in a second. So, people at the hotel, they're getting paranoid now over the suicide. This is where we get into a lot of the McCarthyisms and stuff like that, and all the blacklisting done in Hollywood, where
Hmm.
people preying on people's paranoia, and McCarthy getting to rise the ranks, from Wisconsin and in Washington, going
Hmm.
on about, are you now or have you ever been a member of the Communist Party? They're trying to get all the reds out of everything. It's just, it was nightmare stuff, bringing
There's a
people
good
who've got
movie
no,
about it. There's a good movie about it starring Bryan Cranston called Trumbo.
yeah, Trumbo, of course, famous film writer and stuff like that. But they deal with the kind of those things in the hotel and stuff like that. You see the gay actor. Of course, they were going
Mhm.
after. It wasn't just communism that was going on at the time. It was anti-American ideals and stuff like that is what he was going after. Ends
Mhm.
up finally McCarthy finally gets booted out in 1952 or whatever, because he decided to go after the army for some reason, and they had no idea he set something up, and the lawyer for this one army guy had set him up in the trap. That's when he does the famous, like, "Have you no sense of decency, sir?" And that was the end of it. That
Mhm.
was the end of McCarthyism. people could relax a little bit and stuff like that. But it was a whole thing, blacklisting folk back in the 70s, and they went after him. They were going after Charlie Chaplin and stuff like that. That's
They went
crazy.
after everybody, man. They went after everybody.
Yeah. So we're gonna go back to the 50s here. Still stay in the 50s. The Angel and Judy still getting along. Maybe not. Cozy, getting along. Maybe not. Curse breaking cozy. But they're he's helping her out. Hides
Mhm.
all that money because she hasn't touched a single cent of it somehow.
Not yet.
In the rafters, up in the pipes or whatever down in the basement there. Angel's gonna start hearing that voice. He's figuring, oh, there's something's going
Something's
on.
here. Yeah,
Something's
something's
going
here.
on around here. So we see him present day going back to get that cash. I'll have to say this: it's a good hiding spot. He picked a. It's been 50 years, and there's been maybe $100,000 in there.
Mhm.
It doesn't. I don't think it's going to change the value of the money at all.
No, because it's actual cash.
Yeah, if it was, if you put it in a bank, there you go. It'd be a nice tidy sum. Hard to do that with stolen money, I suppose,
Yes.
even back in those days. So back to Cordy and Wes. They figured out that the thing that's been causing all this anguish and terror over at the Hyperion is something called the Thesulac demon. It feeds on folks' paranoia, Ferris, and then their insecurities and stuff like that.
Paranoia and fear.
Makes them do their bidding through his little whispery suggestions. So it turns out this thing's still there. He never got rid of it. So Angel says, "Well, we're gonna change all that. Let's raise this thing, make it corporal or corporal, and then make it corporal. Let's gonna put it in the army.
Mhm.
Let's make it corporal. Let's give it some
Corporeal.
yes. Let's give it some actual substance,
Mm-hmm.
and let's get rid of it.
Yep.
It's
Get
time
rid
to
of
get.
it.
All right. This guy has had free reign there for way too long. So
Mm-hmm.
it was like, well, I'll get to all the research and
48 years.
yeah, let's get to researching this. And he's like, well, don't bother. All
And
that
it's
stuff
still here.
already been done. That research has already been done by somebody.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna go back to the 50s. Angel somehow find a bookshop owner
Mm-hmm.
who knows he's a vampire. Still helps him out though. Throws the whole Bible at him, sees him sizzle a little bit. Still helps him out. Gives him the book that he's gonna need to get rid of this thing. But he goes back to that hotel. There's all kinds of paranoia
Yep.
everywhere. It has grown. This is how fast the paranoia, the red panic, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, the demon panic has spread throughout
A lot of
this place.
similarities. Yes, very,
Yeah,
very, very good similarities.
yeah. So they go back to the present day. I should say a couple of things about the Hyperion. So that bellman we got to see earlier, Frank, the doppelganger, he's he tells the concierge, the manager there, the body wouldn't fit in the meat locker, so he had to chop it up into cubes.
No, he said he had to make it fit.
Yeah, he chops it up to make this thing fit. Which is how much full is this meat locker? A. B. So he gets the Frank ends up getting arrested for that murder. He gets tried, convicted, and executed, all because he was he had a minimum wage job and his manager told him to do it. We never hear the demon actually say anything to the bellhop, ever.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
you can see in a minute he's going a little manic when he really likes something that's just about to happen. That manager sticks around. Yeah,
Because initially, the manager says go give this bill to the guy in 217,
yeah,
and the guy in 217 is Angel,
yeah,
and he tells the manager there's nothing behind his eyes.
yeah,
He creeps me out. So you know what? He was okay with the guy dying.
yeah. He had no problem with what's going to happen, but
Yeah.
yeah, but that wasn't. That was Angel that he found on the floor. That was the
Hmm.
regular man.
Hmm.
So also, Roland in 1979 decides to take a shotgun and shoot every single person at the hotel. He finally breaks after almost 30 years later, decides to shoot everyone in that hotel with a shotgun. Or so you'd think. Or so you'd think.
Mm-hmm.
So they closed down this thing, and just like every other abandoned building in Angel or in I guess Southern California, they just leave the lights on. They leave the lights on for everybody.
Well,
That
no, the lights weren't on.
oh, it was on because we'll see at the end that lady had her stuff on in her hotel room.
No, because Angel turned it on. Remember before that.
Oh, did they? So she was sitting
Remember,
there alone in the dark the entire
she was
time.
sitting alone in the dark. Angel, remember, Angel was fiddling with the breakers, and then they hear like,
Oh, when
and then
they
everything. Yeah,
let's get to the point where the get the little sizzle
he
here
was
because
he was on the phone with Wesley,
yeah.
and he's fiddling with something. He's fiddling with the power circuits, and then he's
Oh,
like,
okay.
no, he's like, I already know all about that because when you during the flashback, he already found out about that in 19. He already knew about all the rituals from 1952. He doesn't need
Right.
you to research it because he knows
He already
about
knew.
what he already knew.
So he had come back to the hotel
Mm-hmm.
to fill everyone in. He's going to go do it. He's going to take care of this demon. But the panic had grown, and now they're all after Judy. They're accusing Judy of the murder because she used an alias
Mm-hmm.
when she
Because the PI found her.
yeah, when she used an alias when she was going to check in and stuff like that. So she's got something to hide. So she's got to be a dirty murderer. So they're all after her, but she ends up turning it all onto Angel. She sells out her only friend,
Mm-hmm.
helped her hide the money.
You
Oh,
know, you know what's crazy too about this is the one thing that I realized as we're talking about it kind of irritated me.
hmm,
I just realized so the PI knows why he's hunting her down because the bank probably hired him, right?
sure.
So why is he then now saying like she's a murderer when he's really just there to
I
arrest
think
her?
all the paranoia and panic has gotten to
Oh,
everybody.
I think. Oh, you think
The
the
whispers,
demon has
the
completely.
whispers have
Yeah,
gone
yeah,
around.
yeah, yeah,
The
yeah,
whispering has done its job. Everyone's panicked. So she, calls Angel a a blood hoarding monster. There's
yeah,
blood in the
yeah.
room. So they just lynch him right there. Somehow, someone had a noose. They go and hang him
Oh,
right from
it's just
the
rope. It's just
yeah.
rope. You can make
They
yeah.
hang him right there and in the gallery there.
Mm-hmm.
The bellhop really into this.
Yes,
Like holy hell!
he's
Like
really into this.
I've just a theory. He may not have been the one to shoot that man. He is a man who had no problem, making him fit
Chopping him up.
into a place that he should not have been able to fit.
Yes.
And you got to see him very excited about the lynching that was happening. Didn't seem too bothered about the man who committed suicide and stuff like that in his hotel.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a theory. This man actually is a serial killer. That they may have arrested him on a bad charge, but yeah, I think I don't think they have anything to sweat about. You
Yeah,
know, you
yeah.
know.
I think we're good. I
I
think
think
we're
he
good.
probably.
It's like it's like it's
If,
like when they.
if he hadn't, he was gonna. If he hadn't, he was
It's
gonna.
like Capone with tax evasion. We're fine. We're okay.
Yeah, it's like either way,
Yeah, he
either
cheated on
way.
his taxes, but we know he did worse.
Yeah, exactly right. So they lynch poor Angel, who pretends to die. Everybody just clears out. Not
Yeah.
one person sticks around. So okay, we'll just go down. He has that little
They dispersed to
conversation.
their rooms because the paranoia has fallen.
Yeah, well, he has a little talk with the demon here. He's saying, "Oh my gosh, this is great. I'm gonna feed on that Judy's guilt for a lifetime." The other ones, though, I'm just gonna go eat these guys. It's the Angels is fine, whatever. So he leaves. So here comes the big fight. So they've come back. They've gotten everybody. He has this big
Mm-hmm.
axe. They make him corporeal. About the demon, I thought it was pretty cool demon.
It was a
You
pretty
know,
cool looking demon,
this
yeah.
tall with the tentacle legs.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. That voice though just doesn't fit. That was like it's almost like a southern kind of voice, a deep southern voice.
Mm-hmm.
It just didn't make any sense to me that that would be that demon's voice. But whatever. What are you gonna do? We don't have to worry about them too long because they're gonna fight. Angel's gonna grab one of the tentacles stick him in the electrical box and stuff like that. He's gonna get zapped. They get rid of the Thessula, whatever it is, demon. So he's gonna go upstairs. He's gonna find Judy still in the room, still wrapped in guilt. Somehow never left the hotel, but you know, never died of starvation or anything like that. I don't know how she survived all this time. Yeah, just maybe.
He probably kept her fed.
I'm gonna say the demon probably went and did some
Yeah.
errands. Did some stuff or whatever. He's feeding on that good guilt. Wants to keep that good guilt coming. Keep that good guilt coming, Ferris.
Yes.
So he's like, he's like, oh, you haven't aged or whatever. It's like, yeah, well, geez, well, don't worry about it. So she says, I can go out of here now. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna lie down. It's like, yeah. So poor Judy. There's not gonna be no more Judy here now.
She dies in her sleep.
Yep. As soon as it's like the relief is there, now she can die, which is a terrible thing to think about. But
yes,
she had to spend all that 50 years or whatever wrapped in guilt and feeding a demon off it. Now he's gonna go downstairs.
And paranoia, guilt and paranoia.
Yeah, it's a terrible thing.
Terrible.
Angel's gonna go downstairs and. Cordy's going to go on about how crappy the hotel is, and then Angel said, well, this is our place now, and then Cordy changes her mind right away. It's like, oh, no, this is going to be great. This is going to be great. So they're out of Cordy's apartment. They have an entire hotel now.
That's a great base of operations.
The production crew hated Angel Investigations. They hated the original. It was way too small and compact and stuff like that. They got size now. They got size for the Hyperion. It'll be a big part of the show for the next little while. You know what I mean? Next time, I can't even remember the name of the next episode off the top of my head. So I remember that Cordy. Oh yeah, first impressions. Impressions is the next one. Cordy takes it on herself to be Gunn's protector, like bodyguard. Cordelia Chase, everybody. So tune in next time for that one. Ferris, thanks for doing the show here, buddy. Are you up to anything here on the good old Let's Get Running Networks?
Today, 5 o'clock Pacific, on our sports channel, me and Caleb talked the NFC East, the Giants, Cowboys. One team was very happy this week. And then we'll preview the matchups the following week. Giants against Broncos, and then I think Dallas against the Washington Commanders, which is a big NFC East matchup because if one of them wins, it could change the scope of the division real quick.
Oh boy. Well, as for me, we got over on Good Friends, Better Rivals Champ. 11. Let's go. Tuesday live at 7 Central with Adelia talking about the news, the scores, the table maybe of what's been happening over at the English Premier League. Should be a lot of fun for that. We'll be back next week, guys, with more Rewatchers Council. Buffy's Thursdays, Angels Fridays. And boy, oh boy, it was a treat to talk about this episode. So, as we go, I would like to say in the words of our recently deceased pal, Judy. Everybody, I hope you have a pleasant weekend, and we'll see you again next time.